It's Adam from Precise Pet Care. Just want to show you our new feature, which is Invoice Quotes. This allows you to send an invoice as a quote to a client, meaning that they need to accept the quote before the invoice is actually due. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a new invoice. Go to New Invoice. Let's pick a client here, and we're going to basically go through the exact same process of creating an invoice. So let's take all these July visits and we will create an invoice. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check mark that invoice. And you can see it has not been sent to the client, so the client wouldn't be able to see it yet anyway. And instead of sending the invoice as an invoice, we're going to send it as a quote. So we'll do send quote, and we can add a message. And then we will send the quote to the client. And they're going to get an email with a link to this quote, just as if you had sent them an invoice. And when they go to that link, I'm going to open this in a new window here. You can see they have an accept button at the bottom. So it's pretty clear nothing is owed until this quote has been accepted. So they need to accept it before they could actually pay it. And when you have a client that has a quote, if we look at their schedule, and typically we have on the schedule the icons for the invoices. And you can see all of the July icons have a red icon. So that tells you that that visit has a quote and not an invoice, which would be the blue or the white. So once they have accepted that quote, it immediately turns into an invoice that they can pay. And back on the schedule here, if we refresh this, we'll see that icon turn from red to blue. Now I just want to add one little bonus tip here, that if you ever need to create an invoice immediately, you can do that right from adding a new visit on the master schedule. So let's say we want to pick this client. Doesn't have to be assigned to anyone. And let's do 30 minutes afternoon. And we'll do it for the next week, all days. And instead of hitting save, we're going to save and invoice. And that brings us right to the invoice. And we could hit the menu over here and send it as a quote. So that would be the quickest way to create an invoice or send a quote. All right, thanks for watching.